Good evening and welcome to the Thursday Camera Artist Guild Image Critique. And I am your host, George DeLoache. I'm a portrait artist and photographer's coach. And this is where we help you to learn to master the photographic arts. I come from Los Angeles, California. Forgot to mention that. But really, getting back to mastering, and that just one point I wanted to drive home when it comes to mastering the photographic arts. Tony Shaw, fabulous. Tony, this is really great. I love the way you're going. You have that Rembrandtish type of spot on the back, the separating the subject from the background. Your skin tones are just right on the money. Just beautiful skin tones. I like the lighting style that you were using. You may, and I'm just suggesting, you may want to add in a bit of a kicker. I would add one on both sides, but very, very, very light. You almost don't want to see it. You just want to raise the values of the light around here and let there be a little more sheen in the hair. If you could get away with it, because you've done such wonderful stuff with the light coming in the front. Now you're using clamshell lighting. This is one of my favorite light styles, and you have the light in the right position. Let me just enlarge this a little bit larger, and you'll see what I mean. If you look at the catch lights in the eye, you'll see that your catch light is just peeking out from underneath the upper eyelid, which is just right where it should be. And this butterfly is coming down and intersecting mid-lip. And so everything is exactly as it should be. Congratulations, Tony. This is a good image. Your color saturation is right on, and your contrast and skin tones. So well done. Okay, Lee McDonald. Interesting photograph. I really love rock violin. There's a group called Black Violin that's just, man, they're off the hook. They're really, really good. And this, I don't know whether he's a jazz violinist or whether he's rock or whether he's, where he is on the scale. But you're color coordinated, the violin and the man's shirt. I am a little bit apprehensive about the light direction. It's a little bit strong, and it's coming in directly from side light position. It's coming in directly from the side over here. Now, some of that's got to be done so that you can get light up underneath this brim of the hat. If you raise it too high, then you're going to have a terrible shadow over here on the face. I would actually try, if I could, to maneuver that light. It depends upon where it is in the ocean and how far away you are, whether you have somebody with you or not. But I would like to see the light moved a little farther out to the subject's left, making more of this area, putting more of this area in shadow as in short light. And I think that it would really spike it up just a little bit and add to the mood, because you want a more dramatic type of a mood when you're dealing with music. But all in all, it's well exposed, good color, nice. It's on the 1/3 compositional line. Very good. Okay, and Jerome Lynch. This is a really cool image, Jerome. I got to give it to you. Let me move my palettes out of the way. The reason why it's really cool is you got so much going on, but I'd like to work it even more. Now, you may have other images, but it would just, I think that with everybody here blowing bubbles rather than throwing the rice and everything, the faces, I would just like to back out a little bit. I mean, I understand where you're cropping for the bride and groom, and this is the main focal point. But I'd like to do one where we are telling a narrative, telling the story of the wedding goers, because when you're in the process of creating images for the wedding, what you're really doing is telling their story. You're telling their love story and recording the most important event in their life outside of the birth of their first child. And so you want to include all of these people are important to them. They know everybody, and they want to see everybody there when they're reminiscing about the wedding. So go ahead, nail this one up close, but then back it out. Hopefully you're using a Zoom 17 to 55, or would be fine, somewhere in that focal length, depending on whether you got Canon, Nikon, Sony, or even Fuji, I guess, is still out there. But just consider that adding a little bit more to the story. Your exposure is right on. You got them looking at each other, sharing the love. It's perfect, except for let's see a little bit more of the people here around joining in. Like this guy over here on camera right. They're just, it's more to be seen in the image. Okay, very good. And that does it for this week. Let me just crank it off and turn around to the camera. Okay, let's see if there are any questions. All right. No, there are no questions on the comments. I hope that I didn't confuse you too much with the lighting ratios. But in Camera Artist Guild, we're going to try to help you improve and master all three areas of photography, which is the area of art, that's the actual art of photography, business, that's the business, doing the business side of photography, and then finance. Now we aren't into finance, and I'm not going to really spend much time on it because I'm just learning it the way I'm supposed to. But let me just point out one thing to you there, just on that note, just as a passing. The only way you build wealth is that you get your money to work for you rather than you working for your money, because there's only a certain amount of time. Every day only has 24 hours. Every job, you only have so much time. And so you are trading, regardless of how you're pricing it, you're trading so much time in your life for so much money. And so there's only so much time, no matter how much you charge, there's only so much time. You can only charge for the amount of time that you can work. But if you can get your money to work for you, it'll work for you when you're asleep. So do some investigation. Think about, what you're doing. Don't be the kind of guy that wears the $200 sneakers and then puts a Big Mac on his credit card, because that money is wasted. You're giving that money to the credit card company, and all they're doing is making grip on your back on the hours that you work, so that they dilute the amount of money that you're actually getting paid for the hour. So when you can get free from credit, but then take your money and invest it and put it in there so that it works for you. I'm not going to go into anything advanced, because I am just, like I said, I'm just learning. But I know one thing, that you got to put that money away, and putting it away in the bank, okay, for a little while, but find a way that you can get that money to work for you, and that will add wealth to your life, build wealth to your life. Your business will add a greater value per hour for the amount of hours that you put in, and improving and increasing your ability as a photographer will increase the amount that you can charge for your work. So all of those things together, that does it for another week. I really, I forgot about the housekeeping sort of stuff. If you were watching this thing on YouTube, would you go ahead and smash the like button down below so that I can build up the algorithm a little bit. If you're watching on Camera Artist Guild page, you're welcome to watch the page and follow the page. However, if you want to submit images, come on over to Camera Artist Guild group and ask to join. You'll answer a couple questions, and then I will let you into the group. Then all you have to do is put a post up, and in that post, attach your image to that post, and it will come up into the news feed, or into the discussion feed, and I'll select 5 images each week to critique and go over. And of course, you have the entire community working and helping you to grow. The only way you can get better is to continue to work at what you were doing and work at trying to improve, work at trying to educate yourself, and then have your work looked at by someone you trust that can point out areas that you need to improve in order to continue to refine your craft, because it is a craft and you can learn it. Nobody comes by it automatically. You may have a lucky occurrence a few times. You may, as I mentioned earlier, take enough photographs that every now and then you get a good one. But if you want to be able to produce high quality work on demand, it only comes with practice and in the mastery of that particular aspect of photography. Enough said for this week. Thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. We'll see you again next week. And I'm going to get out of here. There we go.